Hello. I think everyone is able to hear. Can you please confirm me whether you are able to hear? I'm going to start my session in 1 minute because so many people they have responded for my Google form. So I have already sent a mail as well as I have pinged the update in the WhatsApp. Okay, let me wait for 1 minute. Let me start the session. Before starting the session, let us recall the yesterday's session. Yesterday we have gone through with the topics why you have chosen Python and what is the agenda and introduction of Python and what are the features of Python, what are the applications where the Python is used and who uses the Python, and what about the salary for Python developers, and a few things about Python. What are interpreters and compilers and how the compiler works and how the interpreter works and what is Python IDEs, and there are so many IDEs. We have discussed only few like Spider, PyCharm, Tony, Atom, Sublime Text, PyDove, IntelliJ. There are so many, and flavors of Python and file extensions. What are the different file extensions which is available in Python? Then finally wind up with the session. And I have already told you like my session will be the recalling the yesterday's class and the quizzes, homework, assignments, task. So every Friday I just wanted to make you like fun Friday, so that we will conduct one quiz or mock interview session so that you can answer. Everything is accepted because only you and me we are there. So don't feel shy, you can answer whatever you know, and try to learn as much as possible. Even if you get stuck in any point of time, you can always contact me. um, and there will be tasks which I can give, and you will be monitored like whether you are submitting your work or not, and you have to maintain your running notes as well. Okay, so coming to the today's agenda for the module 2. So today we will go through with the basic Python syntax, like what is statements, indentation, comments, and what are Python keywords or reserved words, Python identifiers, and installation of Python, environment setup of Python, how to install Anaconda, what is Anaconda also I'm going to tell you, and like first program or basic program of Python today I'll go with that, and tomorrow onwards we can start with the other topics, foundation topics. Okay, you're able to hear me, right? It's audible, right? Can you please ping me in the chat box? Hello? Hello? Hello, can you please confirm whether you are able to hear me or not? I have unmuted. No one is there? Hello? Hello?
Hi, Chandana.
Hi, yeah. Sorry, I have enabled some settings. Actually, I have spoken to you,
Yeah, no
but
problem.
okay. You are able to hear me, right now?
Yeah. We are able
Okay.
to hear you.
Okay, fine. Now, thanks for joining the session today as well. So let me recall the yesterday's session, and we can start with the today's session as well. Okay. So
टू में छुपेन को रखो, टू में प्रवीण को रखो, प्रवीण आर।
I have unmuted you people because there will be no disturbance. So yesterday, welcome to the new member, Mallesh. So yesterday I have gone through with the basic concepts or introduction with the Python, what exactly Python is, then what is the introduction of Python and Python features, Python applications, what are the Python applications and who uses the Python. Suppose if you go with the Python, how about the salaries and job postings in Python, and a few things about Pythons, like what are the interpreter and compilers, and how the compilers and interpreter works, what are Python IDEs, what are the few IDEs which is present in the market. I have given a brief introduction about the Python IDEs as well, and what are the different file extensions available in Python also I have given that brief introduction. And finally recalling the yesterday's session, like my class will be like recalling the yesterday's session. Now I just have recalled, that's it. I didn't explain you brief, but the backup session will be conducted for you personally. And there will be quizzes as well as homework assignments and tasks which you need to submit, and also it will be monitored on the daily basis. And the agenda for today's module is the basic syntax. What is the basic syntax of Python? Statements, indentation, and keywords, reserved words. What are Python identifiers? Installation of Python, environment setup of Python, installation of Anaconda, basic programs, and examples of Python. So let me go with the installation of Anaconda and Python now. Then we can go with the basic syntax. What is statement? What is indentation? What is the commands? So meanwhile, I'll be explaining. So to install Python, go to the Python website, main website. You can simply type Python download. Sorry,
Chandana, are you sharing your screen?
you are not able to see my screen.
No, not yet.
Okay. Now you are able to see, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, meanwhile, if you get any problem or issue with the voice or screen share, you just please let me know so that I'll take care of it. Um, okay.
Yeah,
So,
can we get recording session also on email?
yes, I'll forward it to you. Who has joined the session? Only for those people, I'll be forwarding the recording session. Okay.
Thank you so much.
No
Yeah.
issues. Okay, today we will go through with the agenda. I think two more people they have joined. I'll just go through with the agenda. Today I'm going to explain what is the basic syntax, statements, indentation, comments, Python keywords, reserved words, Python identifiers, installation of Python, environment setup of Python, installation of Anaconda, basic programs and examples of Python. So to install Python, So most of the things I'll be explaining in Anaconda, so which will be very easy for beginners. So it will be very interactive as well to learn. Okay, so let me go and tell you how to install Python. So download the Python from python.org. By default, you will be navigated to the python.org. So here you have the download session. So from here, you can download the Python. Even if you wanted to download the earlier versions, you can have the earlier versions as well. Now the Python version is 3.8.2 actively we are using. So there are so many versions earlier. So even if you wanted to go for Python 2 or Python other versions also, you can go with that. But Python 3 is uh, now in market, so that I suggest you to use Python 3. So you can just go and download Python. Whenever you are going to download the Python, you can download as per your operating system, whether it is a Windows or Linux or whatever the operating system, you can go and download as per your this thing. Looking for Python with different OS, we have Windows, Linux, Mac OS or other. So you can download according to your requirement. So here we have downloaded Python 3.2.exe. It's very simple to install. Just download Python 3.8.2, just double click next. But one more thing is creating the Python environment variable, custom installation. I have already installed the Python, so that it is asking all these things. So whenever you are going to install, there is one option called add path variable. So you just click on that, then click next. That's it. Then the Python will be installed. So once Python is installed, how can you see the Python installation is? So tomorrow you have to install and show, keep it, because installation will take time. I don't want it to waste my time. You can see Python hyphen version, whether it is installed in, sorry. I have installed Python 3.8.1 is already present in my system, so that it is not allow, like it will allow, it is asking me to upgrade. That's it. Okay. Then this is how you can install Python. So let me add you as a note. So download python.exe from python.org. Then just double click on the exe file. So click on next. Okay, so it will be installed, but one more thing is you have to add the path variable. Whenever you are installing, it will ask you to add the path variable. Add path variable. So what is path variable? You can see you can go to the control panel. You can see where is the path of the executable, whatever you are executing the program in any system, there should be a path which will call all the libraries. You can see in control panel, system, you have something called advanced system settings. You have environment variables here. You can see there are different parts which is enabled in our system. Without this, I think there is some files which we have installed, it will not work. So we have something called path variable. So once we add to the path variable, it will be added to the path variable. Python is added to the path variable. You can see my Python path. Okay. In the same way, we can install Anaconda as well. Anaconda Navigator is for beginners. So those who wanted to work interactively with Python, you can see the input and output there itself. The consoles will be very interactive to understand. Okay. So I suggest you to download Anaconda. The same thing. Download Anaconda. Same. Just double click on the anaconda.exe file, add the path variable. That's it. Once it is installed, you can see in the start button, Anaconda Navigator will be there. This Anaconda will take nearly 40 minutes to install, so that I don't wanted to waste my time 40 minutes to install this. I have already installed. Once after the class, you try to install and make it done for tomorrow's class. So install Anaconda Navigator. So once Anaconda Navigator is installed, just try to open it. So once the Anaconda Navigator is opened, so you can see the prompt like this. So you have home. In the home, you have everything, command.exe prompt, Jupyter Lab, you have Jupyter Notebook,
Can't
Orange.
see, sorry, can't see the screen.
You're not able to see the screen. Let me share it again. How about now? Hello?
Yeah, now we are able to see it.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So open the Anaconda Navigator from the start. You can see this prompt. So you have Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook, Orange, PowerShell, Python. Just you can click on launch, and there are few things like you can go and install RStudio. Also, you can just click on install. It will install. After the installation, you can click on launch so that it will launch. We are going to learn with the IDE called Jupyter Notebook. So sorry, I haven't told you how to download Anaconda. Download Anaconda. Anaconda distribution. So most of the people uses this Anaconda. It is the world's most popular Python or data science platform. Okay. So here, from here, you can just download Anaconda. Just click on the exe file. Next, 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 it will be installed. So make sure that you have to add the Anaconda path variable to your environment variable. That's it. So next thing is I'm going to launch the Jupyter Notebook. Once the Anaconda Navigator is installed, you can open from the start. Here you can have the different options. Here you can see the environments as well. So these environments will be useful for to create the virtual environments. I'm going to tell you in the advanced Python. So in the learning session, you have so many things to explore. Suppose you have some doubt in Python or whatever maybe, you can just go through the main organization site through the Anaconda Navigator itself. You have the Anaconda community as well here. Okay. So let me go to the home and launch the Jupyter Notebook. Once we launch the Jupyter Notebook, it will open in the Google Chrome. You can see all the files which is present in your laptop. Okay, this is my desktop. I can go for desktop. I can see so many files are there. Let's say company, DevOps classes, free code camp, which will be available on my desktop. Everything will be there. Okay. Fine. So you can see here so many company, DevOps classes, my new trainings, Python, resumes, softs, so many things. Same things will be displayed here as well. So I wanted to create one folder here. I can create from here itself. You have how many files? Running, clusters, running and clusters. I'll explain you in the later classes. You can create the Python file here. You can create the file, text file. You can create the folder. You can create the terminal as well. So let me create the folder for new folder. So here I'm going to create the new Python file as well. Once the Jupyter notebook is launched, it will be launched like this. So today installation of
Can you please share screen again, because we are seeing only Anaconda Navigator itself. We are unable to see the browsing and all.
now.
Now we are able to. Thank you.
Okay. So today we have already done with installation of Python. If you are going to install Anaconda Navigator, don't install Python, because everything will be there in Anaconda Navigator. It will consume some RAM. So I suggest you to install only Anaconda Navigator. Installation of Anaconda Navigator. Okay. So suppose Python is very simple, as I told you in the earlier class. Suppose why Anaconda Navigator is used. Suppose I am going to give the input here. Programming, but this it will be printed here itself. Okay. So that input and output here itself, you can see line by line where you have gone went wrong with as well. Suppose you wanted to download with the .py extension, you can just go and download as whatever the format you need here. Okay, so this is how this works. And let me go with the today's topics. Now installation of Python and Anaconda is done. So let me go with what is scripting language. So you will be confused, like what is scripting language and what is programming language, whether Python is a programming or scripting language. So let me explain. All scripting languages are programming languages. The scripting language is basically a language where the instructions are written in the runtime environment. They do not require the compilation step or rather interpreted. So it brings the new functions or applications like glue complex system together. So the scripting is very easy, like almost all the scripting languages are programming language. Suppose if you see shell is a scripting language. Python is a programming language as well as scripting language. Some people will be asking whether Python will be a programming language or scripting language. Why it is a programming language? Why do you consider as a programming language? Why do you consider as a scripting language? So in DevOps or any automation things, we are using as a scripting language. We can write the Python scripts and you can automate all the things. So there you can call as a Python scripting language. Next, scripting languages are used in web applications, both in server side and client side. So there are two types of scripting languages which we can use it in server side and client side. So server side scripting languages are like JavaScript and PHP, Perl. These are the few examples for server side scripting languages. If you come to the client side scripting languages, there are Ajax. JavaScript is also considered as client side, Ajax and jQuery, etc. Next, coming to the keywords. What is keywords? There will be some inbuilt function. Suppose if we have something like KFC, if you take franchise, then only you can keep that as KFC. Otherwise, you cannot keep it. You are not supposed to use that name to other things, right? In the same way, the keywords are the very special reserved words which convey the special meaning to the compiler or interpreter. So each keyword has special meaning for the specific operation in key. Like in Python, there are 33 keywords which is available in Python. And also the keywords cannot be used as a variable or any other identifier. I'll explain you what is variable or what is identifier. why it is called as variable and why it is called as identifier itself also. So these are the 33 keywords which is available in Python. So true, false, none, and, or, not, is, if, elif, while, for, break. I have continue, return, in, yield, try, accept, finally, rise, assert, import, from, as, class, def, def, pass, global, non-local, and lambda. These are the 33 keywords which is available in Python. And in all these 33 keywords, every keyword will start in with small letter, not with the caps letter. Can you please reshare your screen?
I put it earlier. Now I'm able to.
Okay, now, okay, apart from in all these 33 keywords, you can see true, false, none, only these three keywords will start with capital letter. Apart from these three, everything will start with only small letter. And all the reserved words in Python contains only alphabets, except the three keywords all contains lowercase alphabets, true, false, none. For example, A is equals to true, which is wrong. Small t is which is wrong. And B is equals to caps T, which the true starts with caps T, which is correct format. Only this type you have to write it. And coming to the next slide, we are going to learn what are Python comments, what is indentation, and what is statements. Let me explain what is Python comments. So let me go to the Anaconda Navigator. Python comments. Suppose now I'm going to write some code to print the programming buddies. I have already printed. Written a line of program to print a string. This is just a comment what we have written. In the same way, whenever you have got some code, everything you are going to make it understand by the comments itself. I have written the block of code because of this reason, because of that reason. So if someone is seeing that code, they can understand, easily understand with the comment, because of this thing she has written, or they have written this a code. So everyone can understand. So Python comments will start with hash. Anything starts with hash is nothing but the comment, and that is a single lines comments. Suppose if you wanted to write multiple line comments, you can use triple quotes, which is not executed. Sorry. You can write the comments like this. Multi-line comment. Here I have explained what is comments. Comments are used to explain the Python codes. Comments are used to make the code more readable. Comments can be used to prevent execution when testing codes. Comment starts with hash, and there are two types of comments. One is single line and the multi-line comments. So let me write the multiple line comments. Programming. You can see multiple multi-line comments. right? Sorry. Just triple quotes, multi-line comments. So in this way, you can specify the single line comments. This is the single line comments, and this is multi-line comments. In the same way, we have Python statements. Let me explain what is statements. Statements are nothing but the instructions written in the source code for execution are called statements. There are different types of statements in the Python programming language. Not only in Python programming language, in each and every programming language, there will be statements. Like it will be assignment statement or conditional statements like if, while, or something, and looping statements. So we can declare the statements using the single line as well as multi-line statement. Right. Let me write a single line statement. Suppose A is equals to 1 is a single line statement. Let me print A. Okay. If I wanted to write the multi-line comment, A is equals to, sorry, let me take another variable. A is equal, sorry, B is equals to 1, 1 plus 2 slash plus slash 4 plus 5 plus slash, sorry, I haven't gave them to make it understand to clear. So this is multi-line statement, how we can write it. Syntax error. What is the error? Anyone can say? If the end of the line ends with slash, there should be some continuation. Let me write some code 6. It is executed because there is no next line, right? If slash is there, there is something you have to write. That is why it is giving the syntax error. I can give print B. It is giving the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Okay, this is nothing but the multi-line statements. Next, Python indentation. What is Python indentation? Indentation is nothing but, suppose if you see some code, there will be block of code which is executing, right? So indentation denotes the code which is part of a function. In the data constructs, the indentation shows the data elements within the construct. Indentation makes the programs easier to read and understand. Programming languages like Python make indentation mandatory. Not only Python, there are so many programming languages like Java, RC, everything maintains their own indentation. Suppose, let me show you how indentation works. Suppose if A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20, print A plus B. Sorry. C is equals to A plus B. There is some block of code you can see. And for I in range 1 to 100, write something, and else. You can see if is one block, for is one block, else is one block. In the same way, I can give while. These are the blocks are indentation. You can see there is one block called if, there is one block called for, and there is one block for else, there is one block for while. This is just for explaining the indentation I have maintained. That will be invalid syntax itself. Whenever we go through with the topics, I'll let you know how to make the indentation, how it shows. Okay, same thing, break. Okay, you can write something. And this is how the Python statements, indentation and comments will work. And the basic syntax is to print the hello world. The first programming in any programming language is to print the hello world. This is the basic program to print the hello world. In the same way, we will go through with the other topics by tomorrow, which will be the data types, string, what is float, what is decimal, what is int, everything I'll be letting know. And the enhancement of code, how to play with the code, I'll be explaining to you. Okay, so for tomorrow, what you have to do is create the GitHub link, github.com. You have to create it. You can sign up with your own email address. So create one repository. You can just come and create here, new repository called Python underscore basics, and make it as public. Initialize the repository, or else you can create the repository. And the running notes is mandatory every day. Whatever the code I have told, you have to upload it to the GitHub and you have to share me the file. So every day it will be monitored, and I will be replying via email. If something goes wrong also, you can email me directly, so that I will be able to help you if something goes wrong or you have struck it something. So you can just upload from here, add choose files. So anything, let me upload this one, upload it. You can write day 1. Same thing, you can draft a mail. We have already files created in GitHub. You can see the repositories, Python basics. Sorry, now I have created new underscore Python classes. You can see Pythons, right? So in the same way, you can see what is written in the files. In the same way, every day you have to maintain your running notes. You have to upload it to the GitHub. So that's all for today. Please install Anaconda and Anaconda and GitHub. So let me know for tomorrow. So winding up the session for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you liked as well. So thank you. We will meet by tomorrow's class. Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.